All right, my superpower I want to give you, you guys just saw the video, right? Okay, we're gonna go really fast now. Are you translators ready? Okay, so before we get started, I've got to show this right here. All of you guys sitting in the back, have you guys ever wondered, like, well, what did these guys make? You know, how much money did they make and so on? Would you guys like me to share with you how much money I made in each of my first 10 years in the business? All right, are we ready? Okay, year one. What did I do year one? Well, I actually did all the right things. I attended all the events we had. I got on all the training calls I could find online. I would talk to people, I would introduce them to my uplines, and I would use the products, all right? I just get in the bathroom and try all these different things on, okay? Also, I would spend loads and loads of time on working on my mindset. And I also spent about 3 to 4 hours a day doing this business, okay? What's going on? Translation's not working. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's all right. You can just test my energy. All right, we're gonna show some stuff out here. So, I got a question for you though. What are you gonna sacrifice to make this thing happen? What are you gonna give up? You see these things right here. I changed continents. I left that banking job because I believed in this, okay? And I did amazing my first year. My first year, I made a whopping 220 pounds a month. Woo! Okay? Yeah, I should have gone to work for McDonald's, okay? Much better financial decision. However, I stayed at it, okay? And in my first year, the biggest mistake I made was I didn't attend the global convention. So whatever you can do to be there in October this year, do whatever you can. Because my brother went there, and he's like, ka-ting, okay? So, year two, okay? In year two, what was really important for my business was I sponsored a lady named SD. We'll just call her SD right here. I found her online on a networking website, okay? We'll get back to SD soon. But in my second year, my income went up to 332 pounds a month. Woo! Okay? Oh, great. Okay. Then, I lost all of my active people. My mom was still my customer. Thank you, Mom. But I went back down to the bottom, okay? So what did I do? I remember having this dinner with my dad, and he's just like, you know, you're pretty good at the corporate world, you know, maybe, you know? But no, I was stubborn as heck, okay? So I decided to sacrifice some more, and I moved to the UK, and I decided to pretty much go almost full-time here. I was working about 4 days a week, 12 to 15 hours a day, and I would fly back to Luxembourg, play basketball on the weekends to support myself financially, okay? Let's see what happened in year three when I finally committed a little bit more. I actually got a person in here. I love GT. The only reason why I love GTR is because it's like the only person I've ever personally sponsored that's still with me, okay? I know I smell really bad or something, but you guys will see later on, okay? Anyway, so what did I do when I went to the UK? I had a much bigger vision. I started doing my own weekly events because there weren't really none. I brought more passion to it. I started believing my team. And I took responsibility for all that failure that I had. It wasn't my upline's fault. It wasn't the product's fault. We all have the same opportunity, okay? So don't blame anybody else. Don't think that you change teams, you're gonna have more success, all right? Okay? So, because of this amazing change in my business, I've made a whopping 500 pounds a month my third year, okay? But wait a second, look at my income per hour went down. You see that? My income per hour just dropped because I'm suddenly working more hours, right? Now McDonald's is looking really good. I don't know why I just didn't go work in the first place, okay? So anyway, second year, we do a business startup exhibition. We sponsor DP, okay? And DP joins the business, and in just like his 4th week in the business, he finds Miss Fairy Dust, CF, okay? This woman is magic, yeah? Some of you know who I'm talking about, okay? So, anyway, don't cheer so much. She wasn't that good in the beginning, okay? All right? So anyway, the one thing that you just don't do in our business, just one thing, right? Is that because when you quit, you will join my new club, okay? You guys seen this TV program, okay? I got my own club, okay? And we had a few dollar signs in the Biggest Loser Club instead, okay? So, DP takes number one, first place on the Biggest Losers Club. These people are amazing people. I'm super grateful that they joined my team, but they're no longer with us, okay? These are the people on this list right here, okay? Great people, just made the wrong decision, okay? That's all, okay? Anyway, next year, finally my fourth year, I got the executive brand partner. My income starts going up. Woohoo! 1,000 pounds a month. Yeah, there we go. Okay? And now I sacrifice some more. Okay, we go to year 5. What happened in year 5? Oh, we got another one who wants to join the Biggest Loser Club. No! SD, don't do that. You have no idea what's coming. You have no idea, okay? Don't do this. Don't get on the Biggest Losers Club, okay? That's all you got to do is just to get off of that, okay? So, income slightly going up, okay? Feeling a little bit more positive, okay? Still just living on water and bread. Can't do anything else. Maybe some baked beans every now and then, but that's it, okay? Anyway, year 6. Finally, year 6. I get all the way up to senior brand director, but look, I'm making like Ruby income. I'm making like, why is that? Because I didn't have a big organization, okay? I just had the pin title. Anyway, next year I sponsor somebody else that obviously joins the Biggest Loser Club. They have a great team now. Well, they're no longer in the business, but they would have had a great team now, okay? And my income goes up a little bit more, okay? Year 8, okay, that's, just another year. Nothing special happened. Year 9. Year 9, that's when everything changes, okay? So after CF had asked this girl, I think she said no like 8 times before she said yes, she finally joins the business. Look. Okay? I didn't even sponsor her. I didn't even need to sponsor her, right? I just sponsored somebody else who sponsors like some quadruple, triple platinum, whatever they call it these days, okay? But she was terrible her first year. Nothing almost changed my income. She wasn't any good at this. She was so close. So close. No! Okay. She's gonna stay. Okay, she's gonna stay. Thank you for staying. All right? Okay? Year 10, she started getting at it a little bit more, okay? My other team started going a little bit. And she sponsors in someone named RL. RL, nobody's heard of RL, but anyway, some people here have heard of TB and LB, okay? Awesome brother-sister couple, okay? These are their backgrounds here, just so you guys can see, come from all kinds of different places, okay? No! RL, don't do this! You have no idea what's coming. Okay, all right. All right, anyway, next year, look at this. It started going a little bit better here. But the magic happened in my 11th year in January, or maybe it was December, I don't know when it was. But there was a post online done by a lady named Suzanne and her team when she did over 1,000 points in AP24 toothpaste. Okay? You want to see my next income? Yeah? Are you sure? Another important part that changed this next year is that we had our second child, and we moved over to the US to be with my wife's family. And so the amount of hours I put into the business suddenly went from whatever, because I just barely survived sleeping, to about 2 to 4 hours. So my average income per hour popped way up. Okay? Then next year, we have another one. Okay, we won't go there. There's enough people on that list. Okay? And then, year 11, finally, okay? It took me 11 years. Today we had this panel of people who did it in like 7 hours or whatever it took them, Okay, I'm sitting there like, oh, thanks, It's been 11 years doing this and making nothing forever. Okay? So, anyway. Should we show this income as well? Should we do my first year? Are you sure? Actually, we're not going there, but we'll just show the graph, all right? Okay? You guys can do your own math. It was a good year! I was like, yes! All right. Anyway, we have the ability to all choose this weekend not to quit. And if you choose not to quit, some incredible things can happen in other people's lives. Okay, so this is the line. A few of these people joined a little bit later on, but anyway, there are two of these ladies here. We'll just pop this thing out like this. The two girls at the bottom there, Casey and RC, were on the stage today. Okay? RC joined our business back in August last year. She has never, ever left South Africa before. This is her first trip. She is standing on stage today, okay? I will take zero responsibility for her success. Okay? I haven't worked with this girl. I met her for the first time like the other day. I've never really spoken to her, okay? It's nice to have executive brand directors in your group. You don't even really know who they are, right? Okay? Anyway, RC, what if you have the superpower to never ever quit, and one day you have somebody in your team because you chose to take 100% responsibility for not quitting? And you can impact somebody's life like that, right? Also, what I love with this is EO, she's feeling the fire, so she's got all this volume she's not making any money on, so she's like 2,000 points away from like brand, what is it called, brand director, okay? And TB, he's my man, okay? He's following my path, but he'll get there faster. I know he will, okay? So, you guys saw an amazing presentation on Nourish the Children and Force for Good. You know how you can do the best thing ever for that and impact the world in a better way? Is go build a massive organization. Because then all those people will donate and loads of people will come to this event and we'll raise more money for Force for Good. All right, that's the best way you can possibly help those organizations is build massive organizations with tons and tons of chief ambassadors, right? Okay, so do you guys think it's worth it? Even if it takes 10 years? Even if it took 20 years, would it be worth it? Okay? Can you please roll the video and get the volume low as well? All right, lower volume. Can you guys still hear me? This is since December of this year, okay? This is my lifestyle now. You think about your life. What kind of car do you want? What kind of house do you want? How do you want to impact the world? Who do you want to help? You guys have that ability. This opportunity can change so many people's lives, okay? It's freaking awesome. And today, for the very, very first time in my 14 and a half years of doing this business, I've spoken on many stages. I've presented this millions of times. And for the first time ever, my wife is here seeing me present. And some of you know she hasn't always been supportive, but she has always, always, always believed in me. And I want to thank you so much for that. Okay? Look, I'm not a great recruiter at all. I'm pretty terrible at it, okay? I'm absolutely horrible at following up. I have so many people in my downline who says, oh, you talked to this person 7 years ago and now they're in my team. I'm like, great follow-up, Daniel, okay? I have no clue how to get people started, okay? I don't know, I just freeze. Yeah, I use all the materials and everything, but no, okay? And you guys have just seen I'm horrible at getting people started and sticking in the business who I sponsor. I must be a horrible person because they just don't want to stay with me. I'm just happy their downline stays with me, okay? But I want to give you guys that superpower here today, and that is to never, ever, ever give up. Thank you!